Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Greenville where 2 of 4 suspects have been arrested in a string of sweepstakes break-ins that have spanned across several counties. The sheriff's office says 29-year-old Marquavius Atkinson and 28-year-old Dimitri Jamaris, both of Wilson, were arrested in Wilson. Now, they're charged with the break-ins on August 1st at Lucky 7 Sweepstakes in Stokes and 264 Sweepstakes in Greenville. Now, the sheriff's office says Greenville and Rocky Mount police are investigating similar cases. Atkinson and Jamaris were both denied bond, as the sheriff's office says they were out on bond on similar charges. And now we want to highlight the massive protests that have been going on in Israel as Benjamin Netanyahu continues his offensive across the Gaza Strip. NBC's Molly Hunter has more.
Overnight, 500,000 people across Israel taking to the streets, calling on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to agree to a deal to release the hostages and end the war.
I can't not think of something more important than ending this pointless, endless war and bringing back the hostages.
Last night, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff offering a timeline.
We think that we're going to settle this one way or another, certainly before the end of this year.
Hamas has agreed to one proposal that has been on Prime Minister Netanyahu's desk for more than a week, as Israel continues its military buildup in northern Gaza. But this comes as the Israeli military is under international pressure to explain the killing of 20 people, including 5 journalists in a pair of strikes on Nasser Hospital. The IDF releasing its preliminary findings, claiming troops identified a camera that was positioned by Hamas used to observe troops. But there was only one camera on the roof of Nasser Hospital, a Reuters camera, according to 5 journalists on the ground, eyewitnesses to Monday's attack. They say to film on the roof of the hospital required Israeli military coordination. Reuters' live feed has been broadcasting there for the last 18 months, according to the agency. At the moment of the first strike, the live feed freezing. Dropping audio, the cameraman Hussam al-Masri killed.
And again, that was Molly Hunter reporting. We now want to turn our attention to your weather forecast, where today, very sunny day, very comfortable day. We've had low dew points so far this August, but right now we're seeing dew points again in the upper 50s and low 60s. That's October-like air present already in eastern North Carolina in August. Now, am I saying summer's completely done? No. Don't want to say that, because once I do, summer's going to come right on back with a vengeance. But you never know. You never know. We'll, again, maintain below average temperatures through the next 8 days. So take that as you will. Right now, we've got 70 degrees along the Washington waterfront, northwesterly wind at 3 miles an hour. Dew points, again, humidity levels, upper 50s. That is feeling quite nice. Make 70 degrees feel like 70 degrees. Not bad at all. Right now, most of eastern North Carolina currently in the low 70s to mid 70s. Now, we do have a few warmer temperatures to highlight. 77 degrees right now in Hatteras. We've got 80 degrees in Stumpy Point. On the flip side of that coin, though, Roanoke Rapids currently coming in at about 68 degrees. Not to worry, everybody's going to be warming up, but not going to be getting toasty today. We'll get comfortable. We're looking at air temperatures reaching into the low 80s coming up this afternoon. Humidity will remain suppressed. It is going to feel very nice all the way through today and tomorrow. By the time we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you may notice a little bit of humidity returning to the east. But so long as we maintain a northerly wind, we will likely avoid the dew points in the 70s. So again, maintaining cooler than average overnight lows helps us maintain lower than average humidity levels. For this afternoon, highs getting into the low 80s. North-northwesterly wind will blow in at about 4 to 8 miles an hour. We may have some stronger winds present, though, along the Outer Banks. Later on this evening, skies likely going to remain mostly clear until we get to around midnight, where we may see again a few passing clouds roll by. For right now, again, anticipate air temperatures dropping into the 70s by the time we reach 7 p.m. and then back into the 60s by the time we reach 10 p.m. So from here, we're looking again, kind of a big picture look. High pressure up to our northwest will continue to kind of scoot its way out towards the D.C. and then New York areas, where another area of low pressure is set to form along our coastline. That's going to keep, again, a little bit of humidity back in the forecast by the time we get to, again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But as that system again pulls away, we'll maintain those sunny skies for your Friday morning. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. Looking pretty good. Saturday and Sunday, slightly better chance of rain. Monday as well, Labor Day. Call it the entire 3-day holiday weekend. Could see again some showers around, but once we get to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we'll be back to sunny skies and mild air temperatures. Don't want to call them hot, don't want to call them cool, but we are below average, but they're still in the low to mid 80s. So for now, it's looking comfortable outside all the way through the next 8 days, despite the few opportunities for rain that will be present coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.